Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Just be bored. You just get bored. Suzune doesn't reply, but from her annoyed expression, I think I've guessed correctly. I've been thinking that I need a little direction too. Were you told that it's important to be contribute to society? What an unusual response. It's so out of nowhere that I don't know how to respond. And it also bothers me though. I don't know why. Possibly because it doesn't seem like something that would come from her. So I start to think that it seems Suzune doesn't... So I started to think that it isn't Suzune's thought at all. I wondered who told her that. Well, it was probably her dad, but there is a chance that she came up with it on her own. If so, would it be because she can't hear? Why do you say that? Just because. I don't believe that. I guess right though. But I guess that's right though. I see. I don't know if it's the same for me. I hate it. I think everyone wants a purpose. Looking back, it makes sense that Suzune doesn't have one. All that energy would otherwise have been directed at something. Since she had nothing to channel it towards, Suzune lashed out in all directions. It reminds me of a downed power line flailing in a storm, furious and incandescent, but aimless and dangerous, just like Suzune. I want to say that this isn't why she felt the need to turn everything into a competition, but that's probably just how she is. Having a goal to put that energy towards is just the next level. How about this? I just go into business. My family is well connected, so it shouldn't be too hard. That comes off sounding a little unethical and nepothized, doesn't it? A little. I won't coast though. I'll work hard until I'm at the very apex. Fuck. When I have as much money as possible, so much that it would it'd be like I wouldn't know what to do with it. I'll move on to the next step. After sitting on it for a while, of course, like a fairy tale dragon. You want to be a philanthropist? Yeah! Yeah! Cool! Wow. Look at Hisao's ellipses. Tisk tisk. What were you thinking? I wanted to be a minister? Miser? Miser. God damn it. Well, it's true. It's a part of the plan. Don't sell me short and stop there, though. Suzune still looks uneasy. Of course, even if she did seem to resolve her problem quickly, no one can get over their anxieties that fast. No one can solve their problems that easily. The important thing is, it looks as though she has her heart set on trying. It's still hard to tell whether the drive of hers comes from good or bad place. But she has something to hold on to now. I can genuinely believe that she does. I'm happy for her. And at the time, I feel cold. I'm the one who's behind now. I'm the only one without a goal. Oh, infinity. Okay, hold on. I'm going to see how far I am in the story. So okay, I'm on the last freaking chapter, so let's do this. There haven't been any further disruptions since that week. Of course, that's what I thought the week before that. And Suzune Misha's sudden newfound clarity had left me feeling a little lost and envious. I thought there was no way I could rest easy at the time. But fortunately, nothing came of my worries. Then, before I knew it, there was enough to deal with in school that I even managed to put them off on my mind. And still, everything was fine. I was strong. I was fucking strong. I was wrong. I had seen Suzune and Misha carefully, hidden vulnerabilities, but they were so strong. Now we're going to be graduating soon, and I've grown so comfortably here that it kind of crept up on me. When it did, I feel sad and didn't want to think about it, so I didn't. Not until recently. About a week ago, I started making a list of people I thought I should say goodbye to before graduation. The first rule I laid out myself was that I would try not to write them down in any kind of special order, like at least important to most important. Somehow, I ended up like that anyway, even though it also ended up being shorter list than I expected to be. Kenji is somewhere in the middle. They said I would have to graduate eventually. Well, I showed them. I lived here rent-free for more than long enough. If they take into account the rising costs of land, I think I could. There we go. I say I've won in the end. No, you know what? I did win. History will acknowledge me as the victor. The victor of what? I managed to stay out of sight and slip through the cracks. I beat the system. If you put it that way, it sounds like you just ran away from the system. Sometimes running is the greatest form of victory, like the Olympics. I'm too tired to argue. With him. Who's he kidding? Everyone knows the shot put is the best Olympic sport in any case. So, what you're basically saying is you won't miss it? Miss what? School, dummy. No, I told you, this place is filled with feminists. This is beyond saving. But at least I'll be able to get out here before it reaches critical mass. I'll only come back years later when they build statues to my honor. To honor me. There we go. Do They do the 10-year later reunion thing here?
How would I know that? Probably. Anyway, I have to start packing. Oh, now.
Ah, fuck me.
I have to start packing now. Take care of yourself, man.
You should have packed a week ago, like I did. Not that I had much to pack.
That's not how it goes. You're supposed to do everything at the last minute. Men are better at doing everything at the last minute. The last minute, you can have more productivity than like the entire week before it. It's how we keep shit fair. You'll never understand our manly ways.
You take care of yourself too. With a salute, he shoots backwards through the door, slamming it shut hard behind him hard enough that the entire dorm probably heard it. I've noticed that a lot of people slam doors here. Maybe it's a local thing. Take care of yourself. That's the first time I've heard him say it. Usually, he ends our conversations with something like,
"See ya!"
I'll pay him back later, man. I'll pay you back later, man. Well, he was a little annoying sometimes, but I'll miss him. I cross him off my list to meet mentally. The list is very short now. I once again discard the notion to going through it in any kind of order. Like I said, I never had that intention. So, I go out to look for Suzune and Misha. I can only think of one place they would be. The student council room, of course. Turning the corner, I almost bump into a small group of students. For a second, a bitter feeling flashes through me, since, for all I know, that could have been fatal. It's a new student council there. There aren't a lot of them, but a lot more than 3, which is good, since it means there's enough of them for that they can each have their own title. It would have been cool if I could have had a little desk plaque with my name and a title on it. I don't think they do that now. Or ever did, unfortunately. The new student council surrounds me while I thinking if anyone were looking for this from this afar, it would look pretty sinister, right? It's a pretty sinister sight. God damn, I've been reading for a long time. Maybe they have come to finally get back on me for calling them the new student council. All those times I was just translating this for Suzune, but I guess I should have been less lazy and more tactful. I regret nothing. I find myself being thanked for everything I've done. I'm being thanked for this. I'm being thanked. This should make me happy, considering how often I would think to myself that being the student council was a completely thankless job. It does make me happy, but I can't enjoy it fully. Fuck. I wonder how things would have turned out if our student council had grown as large as the one that's set to replace us. Even though they've only got 2 or 3 other members, it's enough that they have set roles. Not like us, where Suzune seemed to be the president, but that was it. The new council thanking me gives me a strange feeling. It's like coming back home and seeing that a tree you nurtured years before has grown. But I feel like I didn't nurture that tree enough. I wonder what more I could have done. It would likely make Suzune furious that I feel distant from what I what I did in the student council this way, or that I'd implied that implied I didn't do enough. But it's true. I was only following her. So, in a way, I also feel like I am viewing the same tree from far away, as if I'm seeing it from the window of a train as it passes by. I indulge in these thoughts for too long. When I snap out of it, I realize that I'm still standing there, surrounded by the new student council. I do the only thing I can do and apologize for zoning out. Then I thank them back. When they walk away, I enter the student council room, which looks a lot messier, but seems to have gained a computer. Hey! They got a computer! Yeah! It makes sense. I recall hearing one of the clipboard girls talking about her plans to use a computer to make all the boring data entry Suzune does more tolerable. I can't remember which one said it, though Aoi seems to be the more ambitious one. But then again, Keiko appears to be more serious. Well, it doesn't matter now. I'm not alone in the room, but instead of finding Suzune like I expected, it's Misha. She's sitting on Suzune's desk, like Suzune herself often does, swinging her legs back and forth. When our eyes meet, she hops off and unexpectedly poses like a superhero.
Hi, Hee-chan. I'm surprised to see you here.
What are you doing here?
You first.
I'm looking for Suzune.
Me too. I thought you would be here, but I got Hee-chan instead.
Gee, thanks.
Wow, well, this is good. Really. I wanted to talk to you anyway.
About what? I take the time to glance around the room a little more. I see a hot plate. They are really living high. That's the high life. They're rich.
I wanted to say sorry, of course, for all the trouble I made for you and Suzune.
Don't call it trouble.
Right.
Don't apologize to Suzune.
Right. But that isn't why I'm here, Hee-chan. I wouldn't apologize to C-chan. Since you're here, I want to ask you a question. Hee-chan, what do you think it would take for C-chan to be happy?
World domination, obviously.
Even though you're joking, Hee-chan, no, even if she could, it wouldn't make C-chan happy. Only for a little while. See, Hee-chan, have you ever heard of artists who tear up their paintings as soon as they finish them? Such people really exist in the world, you know. I remembered all of a sudden, it's just like C-chan now, that I think about it. Whenever C-chan sets up a challenge for herself and completes it, she acts like the skill has no meaning anymore. I wonder, is it because she can't create anything permanent? Is it just like those artists and how they want to create a piece of art to leave behind,
really great one, but they can't do it, it's really obvious then when I when I look back at it. But